This section talks about proportional relationships or direct variation, as you might also hear it be called. So a proportional relationship is a graph that always goes through the origin. This is true. Okay, proportional relationships always have a y-intercept of 0. So right here, we need to find the slope because it's asking what is the constant speed of the car. So here are my 2 points, 0, 0, and 130. If I do rise over run to get my slope triangle, I have 30 over 1. So my slope, or my speed, is 30. How far will the car travel after 2 hours? Well, this is time in hours. If it's going 30 miles in 1 hour, then in 2 hours, or if we want to come up with our equation where x is hours, 30 times 2 is 60. So you will have 60 miles traveled in 2 hours. How long will it take the car to travel 120 miles? All right, so again here we need our slope, our rate, which is 30, times, we want to find hours. So it would be y equals 30 times x. Hours is h, so it would be 120. So 120 to solve for x divided by 30, x gives me 4. Another way to look at it, distance in miles, right here. 120 miles goes to this point on the graph, comes down to 4, so it takes 4 hours to drive 120 miles. Write your equation in the form distance equals rate times time, or y equals mx plus b. These are the exact same equations, just one has distance and time, the other has y, which represents distance in the graph, distance, and then x, which represents time also in the graph, and we know m and rate are the same. And we've been using these in the previous examples. Y equals m times x, where m is our slope or our rate. So here, what is the rate of the train? What is my m? So I start at 0, look for another nice point, which would be right here. I rise 100. I run 1 when I do my slope triangle. 100 over 1 reduces to 100. That is my rate of the train, miles per hour. Write the equation of the given graph, y equals mx plus b, or y equals m times x, not plus b, just m times x. So the only number we're asked to find when a graph goes through the origin is the rate, is the m, the slope. So y equals 100 times x. A restaurant has a lunch special where all prices are 1/3 off. Write an equation that represents the lunch price, y, based on the original price, x. So if it's 1/3 off the original price, okay, let's say you have this represents our whole price, this circle, okay? Let's try to cut this in thirds. If I take 1/3 of this off, how much do I have left of the original price? You would see that you have 2/3 off. So we want to write the equation, again, y equals m times x, where m is our rate. That's how much our sale is. And like we said, we have 2/3 of the price left. So it'd be y equals 2/3 times x. Another way is 1, which is 1 whole, minus 1/3 equals 2/3, and that's where we get our rate. Hamburgers lose 1/4 of its weight while cooking. Write an equation that models the weight of the hamburger, the cooked hamburger. Again, same thing as before. We have our whole hamburger. Here's our 1 whole. We lose 1/4 of that while cooking it, which leaves us with 3/4 of its weight. So we have y equals our rate of 3/4 times x. And here is another graph. that shows words typed and time. So your friend types at a rate of 55 words per minute. And your words per minute is represented by the graph. Whose rate, or what is your rate, and who types faster? Well, our friend, their rate is 55 words per minute. Now, to find your, okay, we have, this is not your friend, okay? This, your friend types at a rate of 55 words per minute right here. Your words per minute is represented by the graph. So this is your words per minute, not your friend. What is the rate of the graph? So we have to just find the slope. Again, rise over run. Let's make that slope triangle like we learned about earlier in the chapter. We rise 150, we run 3. We have to pay attention to these intervals. So our slope is 150 over 3, and we always reduce. So this equals 50. So your friend, in this case, would type faster. Which vehicle is traveling at a greater speed, the train or the car? Okay, well, we don't have the train, so let's just find the equation of, or we don't have the car, let's just find the equation of the train. So here, this is a proportional relationship because it goes to the origin. We know y equals m times x. All we need to do is find x, or find m. So I need to find my slope. My slope triangle says I rise 75, I run 1. So my m for the graph is 75 over 1, which is just 75 completely reduced. So my equation, y equals 75x.